Hey, Sea Eaters, it's Sea Eats again with another quick recipe that I do weekdays, Saturdays. It's just something if you like nachos, it's my ground chicken nachos. Ooh, hopefully don't spill off the plate. So I've got, as you can see, I got nacho chips on here, the ground chicken with some jalapeno cheddar cheese, um, and the taco sauce. And this is what I season the chicken with, the McCormick taco seasoning. And I use these Tostitos Cantina traditional chips. You can use anything. You don't have to necessarily use those chips or these ingredients like the taco seasoning and the taco sauce and the jalapeno cheddar cheese. But this is really, really good. Um, it's jalapeno cheese, but it's not really spicy, but it just gives that extra boost of flavor to your nachos. Yeah, I use ground chicken. I used to use ground turkey. Started out with ground beef, then graduated to ground turkey. Ground turkey is very light and easy to digest, and I say the same thing for the ground chicken. It's easy to digest, and it's light too, and it's not that expensive too. As a matter of fact, I bought a 1 pound of ground chicken at Walmart for $2 and some change. So that's pretty good, because at other stores it's a little bit more, maybe about $1 more. They also have at Walmart, they have the ground chicken. I guess this is their ground chicken, the chicken that they don't sell. They ground it up and put it and package it. Then there's a brand name. I can't remember the brand name. That's $1 more. There's another store, Kroger, that has ground chicken as well. So you'll be able to get it just about anywhere, the ground chicken. That's if you want to try it. But you can use ground turkey and ground beef if you want. Or mix it together. I think I've tried it one time when I graduated to ground turkey, and one of my sons he wasn't embracing ground turkey. I think we mixed the beef and the turkey, and he had no idea of it. But if you're watching this video, you know now that when you, at that time of your life, when you weren't embracing ground turkey, we were mixing the ground beef and ground turkey. But anyway, so yeah, this is a quick, and I normally put broccoli slaw in here. That's why I get some vegetables in my system. You can doctor it up however you want to. Put mushrooms on there, sour cream, onions, whatever you put on your nachos. And another recipe that I do is I get the edible taco bowl you can get from anywhere, and you bake it. You get I think I get like about 4 in a packet. And the bowl is a nice size. It's probably about this size once you bake it. And I take the ground chicken, mix it with the jalapeno cheese, and I bake some fries, and I mix it, kind of make like a cheesy fry mixture, and I put it in the taco bowl, the edible taco bowl, along with the jalapenos, and I put the the broccoli slaw in it, and it's really, really good. Again, you doctor it up the way you want to. It just makes it and I put maybe some lettuce and things of that nature, and then you doctor it up the way you want to, and it becomes a really good meal. So, just to quickly pray over the food before I eat it. Father God, thank you for this food I'm about to receive and the provision provided. Amen. So, again, just makes it a really good, quick meal. It doesn't take that long. Doesn't take that long to cook the ground chicken. You cook the ground chicken just like you cook the ground beef or ground turkey. You drain the grease off. Put it back in the pan. Put the taco seasoning on there. You don't necessarily have to use this brand. You can use any kind of taco seasoning. Let it simmer. And voila, you're done. This seasoning usually calls for some water. You can just read the back for the instructions. I've been doing this for quite some time and having nachos. I think when I was pregnant with my first son, I got on this taco kit. We were stationed in Germany, and whenever we went shopping at the PX, for those of you who are familiar with the PX, it's like a Walmart or whatever. It's probably changed so much since it is like a like I said, like a Walmart or something like that. You just go in and you can buy electronics, you can buy clothes, you can buy jewelry. Now it's probably, like I said, evolved into something much bigger. But it used to be a food truck out there, a taco truck. And they sold tacos and nachos and burritos and something about that smell. I started eating tacos. And then after a while, I was like, you know what, I could start making my own instead of trying to buy. You know, once you start buying a lot of things, you just try to figure out how to do it on your own so that you're not spending that much money. So yeah, I was pregnant with my oldest son, and want to something about the smell was drawing me, and then I started eating the nachos, the tacos. It started out with tacos, you know, making tacos, and then I'm like, you know what? I can make nachos into this. And then I'm like, wait a minute. They have edible taco bowls. Sorry. Making an edible taco bowl. Oh. Excuse me. Really good. So again, you can doctor this up the way you want to. So let me know, where do you get your nachos? Do you buy them, or do you make your own, or do you both? Do you do both? You go out and buy them. Was that Moe's, Chipotle? I guess, does Chipotle have, I've never eaten anything from Chipotle, but, you know, I know a lot of people like them. I've eaten some food from Moe's. I enjoy Moe's. They have this really good spicy chicken that I'm just, ooh, really, if anybody knows the name of it, let me know. I began to eat Moe's through an old employer. One time they bought us Moe's. And, you know, they had the regular chicken, chopped up chicken, and they had the spicy chicken, they had the nacho chips, they had the queso. And you add everything else on there. You wanted tomatoes, lettuce, jalapenos, you know, taco sauce, whatever you wanted. Excuse me. Some people put olives, I think, on nachos as well. You could add that. And so I tried it, and I was like, I like it. I like the fact that I could prepare it the way I wanted it to prepare it. Because again, I am kind of finicky. Well, anyway, let me know how you make your nachos. Or would you much rather go out and buy them? So last night I was watching the interview with R. Kelly. And funny, before I saw the interview, I was talking to someone and they gave me their take on it. And so I'm quite sure they have a more of a broader take on it, but the thing that they mentioned was that they felt as if the ex-wife of R. Kelly was trying to get back at him. And so, and then someone else I was talking to didn't know much about the story. They're older, didn't really know much about, just knew that they were brought up on charge, that he was brought up in charges, and felt as if people were trying to, they were jealous because of his talent. So, then you have those who think that, or can't understand why, the young ladies don't just leave. There's so much involved in this story, in this case. Then, was it last night or this morning, I was watching someone, right here on YouTube, that was giving an account of one of the young ladies. I think her name is Dominique. I can't remember the last name. She was one of the young ladies that was featured on the Surviving R. Kelly documentary that was on, trying to remember which channel, on TV some weeks ago. And I didn't see it. I just saw the last episode. Wonder if they're going to show it again, because I would like to, really don't want to see it, but I would like to see it to kind of piece together everything. Because way back when the tape came out, those some odd years ago, was that in the 90s or, I just knew about the tape. I didn't watch the tape. I knew people who had seen the tape. Didn't see it. I just knew about that. I knew about his marriage to Aaliyah, and his annulment, and that there were some individuals that were alleging that, he was sexually abusing young girls, young women, and holding them captive and things of that nature, and how a lot of people were like sweeping it under the rug and not really paying attention to them, and then the parents, and there's just so much going on, and then it's just a lot. And so it's just interesting to see the interview. One thing that I like, Oprah and Gail are being kind of, there's some memes going on about them, about Gail's interview with R. Kelly, Oprah's interview with about the victims of Michael Jackson, the alleged victims of Michael Jackson. And it's just so much going on. But one thing I like that was pointed out in the R. Kelly interview was after the interview with R. Kelly and the interview with the young ladies that are allegedly being held captive, as how she pointed out there are other entertainers that have gone through similar circumstances. I can't remember their names. It's terrible. I can't remember the names and how they married. Well, one of them was Elvis Presley. He married, I can't remember his wife, but anyway, he married her and she was like 13 or 14 years old. There was another entertainer, white entertainer. I can't remember his name. That's really bugging me. Anyway, how his wife was 13 or 14 years old. And how they mentioned Michael Jackson and, wow. And then they went up to present day with R. Kelly. And I'm quite sure there are others who have done the same thing. Some people who are not famous, who may be married to a younger person. Then after that, after I turned off the TV and was looking at some videos on YouTube, I saw a video about a school teacher, how she was having an affair with a young 13, 14-year-old, and how their relationship went from teacher to um, how she would ask the parents to come over. She asked, could he spend the night? And then next thing you know, oh, could he live with me? And then she was pregnant by him. I want to say this was in the state of Ohio, but I may have the state wrong. If any of you have heard of it, please mention it in the comments section. If you know anything more about that particular case, let me know. So a lot of us have heard stories about teachers who've had affairs with their students. There was really one popular one teacher, believe she was a Caucasian teacher, and the student was Filipino, Asian. Please correct me if I'm getting some of this wrong. And they wound up some years later, I think, marrying after he graduated from high school, I believe it was. Again, if I got some of the details of the story, let me know in the comments section. Yeah, so, wow. Interesting. And it's something that's been going on for years, and I'm not saying that it's right, but a lot of these incidences or situations, circumstances are popping up. I shouldn't say popping up. I think because of social media and because people are able to videotape, they're able to disseminate a lot of these events and situations more readily, and people are more have more access to it because of social media and things of that nature. And we can learn about stuff, and sometimes may think that it's only this particular situation or circumstances only. This only happens in this area, but no. We're learning because of social media and things of that nature, and the way people disseminate information, that, wow, and that it's been going on for years, and, people have been suffering and being abused and things of that nature. So, yeah. So I am almost done with my nachos. I didn't have a lot, but I don't know. But let me know how you make your nachos. Do you put jalapenos in it? Do you use taco sauce? Or do you just use salsa? There was a period where one of my sons only used salsa. I think he used both. I think he used the taco the taco sauce and the salsa at one time. I remember you doing it. Anyway, let me know, son. Remind me. I also want to encourage you and invite you to subscribe and share. Share with your friends. If you have any suggestions on what you would like to see me eat, I'll be more than happy. And check out some of my recently uploaded, just started, matter of fact, so I think I got like about three other videos. I got one where I am talking about healthy / not so healthy chips. I did a mukbang on loaded potato chips, Dunkin' Donuts, and they're frozen coffee and a donut. And I did a mukbang with my girls, Ray Diva and Nita VR Designs. On that one, I've got their YouTubes on here. Check them out. Follow them on, I think I put their Instagram as well. Check them on Instagram as well. Yeah. So thank you so much for taking the time out to watch and listen. This was the mukbang on the ground chicken nachos. Again, I got the ground chicken, the taco seasoning, the jalapeno cheddar cheese. I used the Tostitos Cantina traditional chips. And I normally put shredded, what is it called? Broccoli slaw, which is shredded broccoli, carrots, shredded broccoli, carrots. I think there's something else I can't remember. So anyway, put that in there so I can incorporate some kind of vegetables in my food. Like, again, you can doctor it up the way you see fit. You don't have to use this kind of cheese. You can use queso, whatever you see fit. You put on there mushrooms and whatever you put on your nachos, let me know. I'm open to hear. So again, thanks. This is Eatz, sharing my ground chicken nachos. Thank you so much for joining. Bye-bye.